What is happening, everybody? Guess who this is? It's your boy D.A.N.N.Y. And I want to say how you guys doing. And today we're gonna be doing a little different today. Today's called Story Time with D.A.N.N.Y. And today's story, I like to talk to you guys about, let's just say a little story of my life, if you know what I mean. Take for instance, I like to tell you guys a story about my grandfather, if you know what I mean. Rest in peace to my grandfather. You know, while growing up, right, my grandfather and I had an unbreakable bond, if you know what I mean. Like, and all the kids that have grandfathers, well, make sure you tell him that you love him. And if all the grandkids that don't have a grandfather, well, I know what you guys are going through. And believe me, it was a tough moment for me. So all I have to say is sorry for your losses. I really am. So my grandfather and I, right, we do a lot of things together in our life, right? Take for example, we have talks, we talk with each other, we keep each other company, we spend a lot of time together. And not only that, but also we share a great bond together. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about this, right? I remember one time that not just one, but various stories, right? I remember one time that it was a Saturday, right? It was a winter, kind of a winter, but it was raining mixed with snow that day. And he asked me a question. He asked me, "Can you take me to the place that I work?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I can go." I was supposed to be, well, I was invited to a birthday party by a friend. I'm not gonna say names, but it was the same day. But still, I said yes. I'm gonna go with him to keep him company. And I'm like, all right, sure, I'll take you. And then all of a sudden, and we were driving. When I was driving, right, we went to Honeydew. Mom, and then all of a sudden, right, we head to 95. We head to the highway. And all of a sudden, we got lost. And he was like, don't worry about it. You're doing good. You can trust me. And basically, those words meant a lot to me because he was a very inspiring grandfather. And he always been patient and been calm and all that. But more importantly, I always loved spending time with him. And not only that, but also once we got to his work, where he used to work because he was done working at that time, he was he was special. He was very special and he meant a lot to us. Not just to us, but also not just to me, but he had other people that loved him. Like his family, his friends, and every people that's always loved him. And once we got there, right, we went to D'Angelo's, right, to eat something. And then my mother called me and she was like, where are you guys? Do you have any idea what time it is? And I'm like, and I look in this outside and I'm like, oh snap, it's getting dark. So we took off. And then after that, we were driving and then all of a sudden, now keep in mind, I never driven in nighttime before like that. It was back a long time ago. It was like when I was, let's say, I'm 19 years old. It was dark outside and I was having trouble seeing, but at the same time, I persevered and he kept me going. He motivated me. He was calm and he did not yell. He was so calm about it. And that's what I love about that man because he always been there and it to me it wasn't about going to eat with him. It wasn't about doing this. No, it was about spending time with him. And and to be honest, I'm never gonna forget about that night because he was there, and that's what I love about him. And he was the one that came up with this word. If you can keep moving, you can keep moving. And there's a reason why I say that. And the reason behind why I use the word that way. Because I would always hear him say, if you can keep moving, you can keep moving. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I always say it on my podcast, DJ Talk. And make sure you guys go check that out because there's nothing but good stuff on DJ Talk, English and Spanish. So make sure you guys go check that out. So, anyway, after saying that, right? And I'm like, and I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? He said that because he was always into exercise and he liked to move around. And one time, almost 80 years old, he was running. Like I never seen them run before. It was in my neighborhood where I used to live. He was running. And that's when I took a picture of him and I was like, wow, this is unbelievable. Seeing him run like that was always, man, that had to be almost a miracle looking at him, because even though he wasn't running like that, but he was running like he was trying to run, but it was little steps. But I was always encouraged to see him like that. And I'm like, man, my grandfather, to me, he meant a lot to not just my family, but to me too. And the part I said about driving at night at 19 years old, it could be nerve wracking, but at the end, you have somebody that's going to be there with you. And he was there. My grandfather was there. And my grandmother, she would say the same thing. She would say, and rest in peace to my grandmother though. Um, my grandmother meant a lot to me too. The both of them, they had a great life together way back then. Ups and downs, trials and tribulations, they were always there with each other. And not to say, I never said this to anybody before. I told it to my family members, but I never said this to anybody here on this channel. But I love spending time with them. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I love spending time with them. Excuse me, it's just that I'm a little bit trying to find words to, to say a lot about them. I can tell you guys a story about them, but man, it's just great moments, that I had with them. So, man, a lot of great times that I had with them. They may be gone, but they'll never be forgotten. And I miss them dearly. I really do miss them, and I'm gonna say I'm thankful and blessed to have been there with them and had a great moment and had a great bond with them. And I'll never forget about that. So thank you guys for hearing me out and letting me use this platform to express my thoughts, express my feelings and all that. And more importantly, thank you guys for tuning into my channel. And to all the people out there that have their grandparents with them and not that have their grandparents with you or not have them with you, just tell them that you love them and you thank them for being there with you for many years through tough times, through thick and thin, and tell them that you appreciate them and you'll never leave them by themselves and never leave their side. So, thank you guys for taking this moment to hear me and all that. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you're new here, make sure you turn on the bell for notifications that more videos are coming up real soon. And this is just the beginning, of what's coming up. So keep watching, keep keep tuning in, and And yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you guys and appreciate you. And story time will come up real soon. Peace out. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Hope you guys have a great day.